Welcome back. Another week has passed. Yet another story involving private equity and private credit. This time, it's a question of redemptions and the inability of certain investors to be able to withdraw their money from a private credit fund simply because they had no cash available to do it. Now, you might think that I'm just harping on and bashing private credit here for not good reasons, but what I think you need to view this through is the lens of what I call profit and protect. And let me explain. It all comes down to the timing. Right now is the worst time to be completely all in on markets. Instead, you should be activating or researching exit strategies to start to lessen the debt loads, both personal and business, that you have, and acknowledge the fact that in terms of markets, amateur hour is now over. You need to be very cautious and have your wits about how much and what you do with your remaining investment capital. And experience really does count now. The broader picture here is this. Private credit and equity promote themselves as close to risk-free as possible, and they offer above average returns for this privilege. The problem with it though is the red tape. And for you as an investor, should you choose or indeed are invested in them, do you really understand the risks that you're taking on to get the risk-free return? That's what I detail in this week's newsletter for you. Find it below the video in the description box. Click read and enjoy. Always click the like and subscribe button as well, because that way you're always assured of getting these videos. Plus any comments you want to put them down below. Always enjoy reading and responding to those. So it's very important that we take notice of these stories. Now, private credit, they would rather that we all forget about these, but I don't think it's the time to. I think they're red flags, a warning of what's ahead for people if you're ignorant of the risks that are involved here. So I ask you, have a look at the newsletter, read and absorb the things that I've brought to you there, and then have a think about it from your own point of view as well. Because the private credit markets are only growing, which is interesting given we are in the part of the real estate cycle, the mania or winner's phase curves, where we do see more speculative activity. We do see people take on more risks and have a very laissez-faire attitude towards the markets. In fact, people just start to think, much like I'm seeing in crypto, that the only way is up, and they won't countenance any news or theories which would show them that that's not really the case. As usual, put land at the center of your research. This is really a case about timing, and your time for putting your money into these funds is almost up. Great. Sorry about the voice, bit croaky this week. Hopefully I'll be better next week. I'll see you then.